is our hitting day. Who likes to hit? Whose favorite part of the game is hitting? Wow. Is that because you're not good at hitting, or you just like defense better?
I like catching better.
Okay, cool. I like defense too. It's my favorite part. All right, so we are gonna break down your swing completely and talk about every step. There are 6 steps that are important in your swing, okay? I have no interest in making you cookie cutters, so I don't really care what your setup looks like as long as ultimately you have all the steps of your swing correctly, okay? All of you should look different because you're all comfortable in different stances and different loads, stuff like that, okay? Different timing works for different people, okay? So as long as you hit these steps, we're good. I'm not gonna change what's super comfortable for you unless you're not getting to the right place in your swing, okay? So the very first part of your swing is called a perfect stance or perfect setup, okay? So for me, I have a really wide stance, okay? So I stand like this. All right, what do you notice about my stance? Wide. What else?
It's open.
It is open. What else?
You're moving constantly.
I'm moving. Yeah. Anything else?
Most of your weight is on the back leg.
Most of my weight's on my back leg. Yep. Do you see how I'm coming back and forward? So it kind of looks like I'm doing circles, and in my head, I feel like I'm going in a circle, okay? I'm nice and slow with my rock, okay? But I'm going load up. That's all I'm doing, but it feels like a circle. And then I do little baby circles with my hands. See that? Little tiny slow circles, okay? That should tell you that I'm nice and relaxed, okay? I'm not nervous, I'm not tense, I'm not choking the bat, my knuckles are lined up, okay? So I'm nice and calm and I'm breathing, okay? Some of you might have a stance that looks like this, and that's fine, okay? For me, I like a wide stance, which means I toe touch instead of stride. Have you all been told to stride before? Or pick your foot up and put it down? Okay, so a pick it up and put it down is a toe touch, which is what I do. So I'm here, when I'm ready to swing, I load, I pick it up, and I put it right back down. Okay, because I have an open stance, I have to pick it up and bring it forward. So now my feet are even, right? That's very important, okay? If you're gonna have an open stance, that's fine, as long as it ends up here, okay? Some people don't like to do that. Some people like to stay here so that they can stride, okay? Now, there are some people who I've played around with. Some people start with a wide stance. I'm like, maybe we should come a little more narrow and stride. Or people have a narrow stance and we widen them up. And that could be based on height. It could be based on your timing. It could be based on a lot of things, okay? But your very first step is your perfect setup, okay? The next step is your load. When we load, we are not gonna do this, okay? A lot of people like to do that, okay? My leg is now locked, my elbow flew up, my shoulder pulled back, and my top half rotated. You see that? Now my chest is pointing this way instead of at the plate, okay? So all the load is, it is simply sitting on your back leg, okay? What's important is that my knee stays inside of my back toe. Do you see that? This would not be good, okay? Where are my toes pointing? Towards the plate, yep. So we don't want to hit like this, because now when I load, where'd my knee go? Yeah, if it was curved in, it would be. Since it's pointing out, it went straight over my toe, which means my weight is now going that way, okay? What's another word for a load?
Positive or negative?
A negative, yeah, because it's a negative movement, all right? So my picture would be there because I'm right-handed, so I'm backwards here, okay? So my picture's there. So I am moving negative, okay? I'm going away from the pitcher. But if my toe is like that and my knee follows it, my negative is that way. Where's my positive? That way, right? Because my back knee went that way. And I'm not doing yoga. Feels like it, my legs getting tired, okay? So toes in, so that when we load, all we do is sit. Now, when I do this, I can feel all my weight right here, okay, on this muscle, okay? Whew, it really is tired. So toes pointing to the plate. Load is just a sit on your back leg. You should feel all of your weight on the inside of your back leg. Okay? So the next step is 3 in 1. 3 things, it's all one step. That is going to be your stride, transfer, turn. Okay? If you're like me and you don't stride, it would be toe touch, transfer, turn. Okay? It's just easier to say stride, transfer, turn. So for me, I'm going to perfect stance, load, stride is my toe touch, transfer, I'm now 50-50. 50% here, 50% here. You see that? I'm nice, I'm perfectly balanced right now. Okay? And then turn is just right there. What turned? My front hip. Okay, look at my back foot. What do you notice about it?
You push off your toe, you don't squish the bug.
Right, I'm not squishing a bug. What is off the ground?
Your back heel.
My heel. Okay, and what's on the ground?
Your toe.
Just my big toe is touching the ground right now. All my other, you can't see that, but all my other toes are up. Okay, because I am pushing from the inside of my back foot. See that? That is super, super important. Okay, probably every single person here at some point was taught to squish the bug, me included. Okay, that's a baseball swing. There's nothing wrong with that because it's needed in baseball, but it's not in softball because we're not being thrown a ball that's from a mound that's 6 feet in the air or whatever it is, like 4 feet or something. Okay, our pitcher is flat on the ground even with us, so we don't need to squish the bug because we don't want our backside to collapse. Okay, we want everything to stay up and go forward. Okay, any questions about that before I move on? Okay, remember, it's okay to ask questions. I want you to ask questions so you understand. All right, so we have our stance, load, stride, transfer, turn. Got it? The next step is our knob to ball. Right here. Okay, this is the beginning of your swing. It's the first time your hands move. Okay, is my shoulder flown open? No, is it starting to open?
Yeah.
Yep, it's starting, but I'm not here. Okay, also very important. If my chest is facing the pitcher right now, my bat hasn't come through the zone, I'm not going to touch it, especially an outside pitch. Okay, so stride, transfer, turn, knob to ball. What do you notice about my bat?
It's parallel.
Parallel to the ground. What about my arms?
They're not casting.
Right, they're close to my body. Casting would be out here. Okay, so they're in close to my body. This, although it might look like it, it's not locked. That would be locked. Okay, so there is some angle right there. My hands are palm up, palm down. See that? Okay, they're gonna stay that way until the next step, which is called hammer. Okay, we're gonna hammer through. I'm still palm up, palm down. As soon as I get to the pitcher, they roll over. See that? And then we're gonna finish. Okay, so after knob to ball is hammer, and that's where we whip it through. And it's really hard to do it slow. Okay, so you kind of have to get here and then really go fast for that part. All right, so my wrists or my hands are palm up, palm down, and then they're gonna roll over right there. Look at my back foot. What do you see? What do you notice? Addison?
Where your toe is touching the ground.
Yep, my toes touching the ground. If I had shoelaces, they'd be pointing down.
Your weight is forward.
Right, my weight is forward. Very, very important for softball. Okay, so I went negative, right? And all those steps in between caused me to go positive. See that? And then the last step is just your perfect finish. Okay, any questions? Okay, I'm gonna do it slow one more time and then I'll do it fast so that you can see the whole thing together. All right, so slow, perfect stance, load, stride, transfer, turn, knob, hammer, finish. Okay? All right, so full speed, it looks like this. See? Any questions?